two rows. Matthias Jacobsen and Luca Neuenhuizen from the Netherlands and will make their way through into the top three rows. Nikita Genzer from Germany and Luca Muneretto from Italy, row 4. Nadim Kneisser and Mina Pedersen, row 5, with Yannick Nielsen, Mats-Johan Overhoff, Lilo Elise. A big thank you to Floki, her parent, who basically said, don't use the surname if you don't need to. Lawrence Seifried doing double duty in DD2 and Project E20 this weekend. We'll start from the back of the grid because he got a 3-pace penalty for drop down after qualifying. Standing start this time in comparison, because the torque is so instantaneous. Trying to do a rolling start might be a bit of a different proposition altogether. So Lilo Elise, I think it was Nadim Kneisser from the UAE. So we've actually got 4 drivers from the United Arab Emirates, who is due to start 9th on the grid. So one of the added things about this drivetrain, it comes with a boost button. And no, we're not talking fan boost like in Formula E, but let's get things underway. First ever race of Project E20. Standing start. And when the lights go out, we go off and racing. And they're off and away, and there are some slow starters, but initially Spiezia lost out going into the start phase. Is going to be trying to go for second. Oh my goodness, look at the amount of scrabble for traction. There is a spinner in the mid-pack. Oh, and that's Lawrence Seifried. He made up a handful of places before he'd even gotten going. And now the race really gets underway. So the boost button, as I said earlier, is going to be used as an attack or a defensive mechanism. As Nikita Genzer getting stuck in there, trying to get past Matthias Jacobsen. There's the 755 of Mats-Johan Overhoff, who runs in the German Electric Kart Championship. And there's more dramas. Oh, my goodness. Luca Neuenhuizen from the Netherlands spun around, and then all of a sudden someone jumps over the front bumper, Knight Rider style right there. Now, there are tickets for the grand finals up for grabs, and it will be running on Project E20 for those that qualified through this. So the weekend winner here at Muelsen and also the weekend winner at Wackersdorf, plus also the overall champion. Leading the way after the first lap of racing, it is Luca Muneretto. Oh, he started down in 8th position. Now, obviously, Luca Muneretto will be familiar. Oh, there's been a clash already. And that was going into turns 2. And that you could just see how hard they're pushing. Mete Argun and also Theo Kakati. Now, Kakati won the opening day of competition for the German Electric Kart Championship last week on Saturday. And he had a coming together with Mete Argun. There is the 721 of Matthias Jacobsen. A little bit further back, you've got Yannick Nielsen. And then the 755, that is Mats-Johan Overhoff, who has managed to get past Ellis Spiezia. It's one thing to start from pole position. It's another thing altogether to keep yourself in the mix at the sharp end of the field. Now, these drivers will also have 3 heats, a very different setup to what those running in the German Electric Kart Championship normally have to contend with qualifying, a pre-final and a final. So the heats have been capped at 8 minutes plus an additional lap. The finals, the pre-final and the final will be 10 minutes plus an additional lap. But at the moment, Luca Muneretto is leading the way. Luca Neuenhuizen from the Netherlands has parked the kart, I'm afraid, and he's going to be out of the race. Lawrence Seifried making his way up the order. He's up into 9th place as the German in the 777. So Muneretto leads by 1.5 seconds from the Emirati Theo Kakati in the 733. Nikita Genzer from Germany in the 726. He started in 7th position. He's now up into P3 and is closing in on the 733 just up ahead. Matthias Jacobsen rounding out the top 4. Mete Argun, Yannick Nielsen, Mats-Johan Overhoff, Ellis Spiezia, Lawrence Seifried, Jan Mataš from the Czech Republic, Mina Pedersen, Lilo Elise from Mina Pedersen and Leo Elise, both from Norway. Nadim Kneisser in the 704 in 13th, and Neuenhuizen from the Netherlands is looking to be very much out of this race. So Yannick Nielsen has set the fastest lap of the race, 1 minute 5.680. Nielsen, based out of Denmark, runs normally with RS Competition. So Yannick Nielsen has made up a place past Mette Argun. Lawrence Seifried has gotten past Mats Johan Overhoff in the process and has got himself up into P7. Ella Spiezzi has dropped all the way down to 10th place. And it's a bit of a different proposition in the wet weather conditions. So, a bit sideways there for Mats Johan Overhoff, and that is going to give an opportunity to Jan Matthäus to get past. And the Czech Republic driver has gotten past very quickly there. There's Ella Spiezzi just going through in the shot. So 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go, plus an additional lap. Keep your eyes on Lawrence Seifried. He is running rather quickly. He's running in the 1 minute 6.4. Theo Cacati, in the meantime, has gotten the gap down to 0.678 of a second between himself and Luca Muneretto, the Italian, who has also won grand finals in years past. Very well accomplished in DD2. Muneretto leading the way as there's a bit of a ding-dong battle going on here. Lawrence Seifried is in that one. And that was the 7:30 of Austria's Mette Argun. He just literally served up a piece of humble pie right there for the Austrian going through turn 2. Just knew where to place the cart and get past. Mats Johan Overhoff is closing in as well, as is Jan Matthäus from the Czech Republic. So just under 3 minutes to go, plus 1 lap. So Matthäus looking to get up the inside of the German, looks to do the business and gets the job done. But Overhoff looking to keep it planted around the outside into the chicane. A little bit of standing water on the outside part, trying to go into the racing line. But it's a very, very different noise you hear now with Project E20. But let that noise not fool you. These carts are fully lit up. They're fully charged. They have instant torque delivery. And it's a very, very neat balance that you've got to have. You've also got to use a bit of energy conservation as well with these. So Muneretto still leading. Nikita Genza battling away now with Theo Cacati. So it's Germany versus the United Arab Emirates for second place with 2 minutes to go. Genza looking up the inside and looks to get the move done. He's got it done nice and cleanly, has Nikita Genza, and goes ahead of Theo Cacati. Started a bit further down the order. Well, Cacati actually started on the front row with Ella Spiezzi, who's still down in 10th position. But the main efforts go towards what happens in the pre-final and the final tomorrow. And that's where the real points are going to decide who will be our top 3 at the end of the weekend. Muneretto keeps his head down. Genza ahead of Cacati in the battle for second position. The pair were separated by just over 2/10. Nikita Genza puts in the fastest lap, 1 minute 4.741 for the German. Normally runs in junior Rotax these days with Bühler Kart Racing Team in RMC Germany. But you can just see, by knowing this track very well, he's raced here over the past couple of seasons, raced here last weekend. And a bit of interesting information about Leo Elise in this 7:05. This is actually a very good bit of information. It's nice when I get this, saying that it's her first try. It's her 11th kart race, her 11th race weekend, and it's her first one outside of Norway. So kudos to Lilo Elise for doing that. But now we see the battle between Cacati and Genza getting a bit more heated, as Muneretto will lead them onto the penultimate lap of this race, so lap 8 out of 9, and his gap is now 1 second. Cacati looking up the inside of Genza. Oh, he gets a bit crossed up, gets a bit sideways, does the Emirati going through turn 2, but he managed to hold on and keep it ahead of Nikita Genza. Genza goes back up the inside through turn 4. And it's been a mere formality for Luca Muneretto, who started 8th on the grid and made sure he got himself to the front of the field as quick as possible. So Laurent Seifried's got himself up into 6th position after having that moment earlier on in the race. He got himself back out on track, did the German. Just 18 years of age, running in DD2. Final lap board is out, and Luca Muraretto continues to lead the way. 1.249 seconds ahead of Germany's Nikita Genzer. Theo Kakati has dropped off the pace a little bit and stays in 3rd at the moment. There's 2 Danes that ran out the top 5, Matas Jakobsen and Yannick Nielsen, both under the RS competition stable. Laurent Seifried in 6th, Mette Argun in 7th, ahead of Mats Johan Overhoff. Jan Matjaš from the Czech Republic. Elis Spiezia still running in 10th. Mina Pedersen in 11th, ahead of Nadim Kneser and Leo Elisa from Norway in 13th, who's yet to cross the line, has just done so, but it's been a pretty good run. Luca Muraretto, steeled with plenty of Rotax racing experience, and now deciding to go electric here this weekend in Muelsen gives him an opportunity to compete at the grand finals at Bahrain in the week before Christmas. And as the fog starts to come down a little bit lower, Muraretto takes the checkered flag. Genzer 2nd, Kakati 3rd. Here comes Jakobsen and Nielsen. They round out the top 5. And Laurent Seifried, had he not had that spin earlier on in the race, I think he could have been a force to be reckoned with. Mats Johan Overhoff stays ahead, gets ahead of Mette Argun from Austria. Jan Matjaš and Elis Spiezia ran out the top 10. Here comes Mina Pedersen from Norway, crossing the line. Nadim Kneser in the 704 from the UAE. And then we've just got one more driver still to wait for. And there she is, Lilo Elise from Norway, crosses the line. But Luca Muraretto wins the race by 1.915 seconds and becomes the inaugural Project E20 race winner here in Euro Trophy history by 1.915 seconds ahead of Nikita Genzer. Theo Kakati from the United Arab Emirates rounded out the top 3. Matas Jakobsen, Yannick Nielsen and Laurent Seifried ran out the top 6 ahead of Mats Johan Overhoff, Mette Argun, Jan Matjaš, Elis Spiezia, who started on pole position, Mina Pedersen, Nadim Kneser, Leo Elise from Norway, and Luca Neuenhuizen, unfortunately, out on the very first lap of the race itself.